Destiny upset that Asmongold can get away with jokes. Destiny's been in a lot of hot water because of his fun, edgy takes that I actually do find funny, by the way. But it's just a shame Destiny is on meth. I'll be honest, Destiny is has gone from someone who I actually turned over and was like, you know what? This guy's making good, rational points. This was a reasonable debate he had with somebody else who I watched way more and kind of agreed with way more. But I was like, you know what? This Destiny guy, he definitely beat him in this debate. And he has now just gone completely off a cliff to the point where I'm like, dude, you've lost it completely. It's almost sad to see, but it's very entertaining, so I'm not actually that sad to see it. But it is impressive to see someone who really holds up this ideal of pure logic and reason and rationale, also being, a shit poster, also having completely crazy, unhinged, just bananas takes on stuff all the time, and then still trying to be taken very seriously in these debates with pure ration, pure reason. It's kind of hilarious to see. But it's the reason why I just literally, if anything has Destiny on it now, I'm just like, nope, don't show me this anymore, YouTube. I don't want to see any of this channel anymore. Don't show me any of this. I'm totally not interested. Get rid of it. And you know what? God be good. He has been completely eliminated from my algorithm. I don't see any Destiny clips at all, ever, anymore. It's a beautiful thing. Do we actually think that Destiny was playing 4D chess like that? He was like, yeah. I'm going to make the most offensive tweet I can possibly imagine because it will expose the hypocrisy of the right. Or do we think he was thinking in terms of this is like 2015, 2016, and yeah, it's just funny to like meme on stuff and be edgy and transgressive and stuff. And we could still totally do that because we've been in cultural power for the last 10 years, and therefore my side can do that all the time. I think it's probably he actually thought this was a hilarious banger tweet and put it out and was like, let's see it, man. Everyone's gonna know that this is a hilarious joke. And I will be honest, for me, I do like the edgy transgressive humor, so I do think it was kind of funny. But screw the guy. I don't like him. He's completely lost me. But I like an edgy joke, so I can appreciate that. Very true. I think, and again, this is the whole thing. It's just like Joe Rogan. I know he pops up on all the right wing lists, but he is in no way, shape, or form a right winger. And Asmongold, even Asmon, very recently, until very, very recently, he was towing the sort of progressive line. Very much so. Was very happy to say everything in line with the sort of, yeah, you know what, Cyberpunk 2077 having, body type A, body type B, or 1, 2 instead of male, female, that's totally fine. He said that. All right. I don't think he was right to say it. I don't love the argument that he was using to do it, but that was his thing. And again, look, go nuts. If you don't care, awesome. I'm glad that you don't care. But most people that were objecting to it because it was, a left wing talking point and they didn't want to see it in their games. And he does have, from what I can tell, probably pretty, closer to like a Joe Rogan politics, which are absolutely left wing, liberal, old school 20 years ago, Democrat talking points and political impressions. All very reasonable points to be had. Yeah. You know what? I mean, the idea that Asmon is more of like the, I just want to grill, leave me alone, libertarian, but, apolitical, that's probably reasonable. That's probably fairly reasonable. But I do think, I mean, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Um, and again, like, I mean, I'm thinking of like a Joe Rogan more specifically, who is absolutely like, yeah, he's left wing, he's liberal, okay, 100%. It's just that the liberal side at this point is so bananas that, even if, hey, I would be on your side, unfortunately, you're just saying stuff that's so wild and wacky that I can't be. And actually, now you're saying stuff that's insanely insane to the point that I actually have to vote against you, no matter who it is. I just have to support the other side because you're going way too far. You're going way too crazy here. This is true because in the larger clip that I actually did see from Asmongold, he was very clear. He was very clear. Look, the thing that I'm worried about is that you've pushed this ideology on people such a degree that now, unfortunately, the swing back is in favor of, being straight up just like out and out racist. These people have had, multiculturalism pushed on them so often and so much that, every time they make any criticism of it where they're like, yeah, I mean, the town that I'm living in doesn't really feel like the town that I grew up in because, there's a whole bunch of new people and they're culturally different and these types of things. And, I'm not sure if I like that. That's a reasonable criticism, right? It's a reasonable take, a critique that, is not saying anything racist. Those people were called racists. Those people were called monstrous racists and probably had, like their jobs taken away. They were fired. They were tarred and feathered in public, in Twitter, and horrible, horrific things happened to them or their friends or so on and so forth. And, the thing that they were talking about was real, was happening, and then happened more and harder. So now those people are just, instead of being, indoctrinated, I mean, some of them were, but the people that weren't went in the other direction and were like, okay, if you're going to call me a racist, I guess I'm just going to be a racist monster. And if that means making memes about, dead immigrants and laughing in your face that this is happening, that's what I'm going to do because you've pushed me to this. I was not this before. Now I am this because of you. You've made more of the people you purport to hate because you converted reasonable, normal people into horrible racists to spite you. Mm-hmm. It's not because we care about, immigrants coming in and these types of things. No, 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 no. We cared about the people that called us racist more than the people that are coming over on boats. And you know what? If it makes you sad for me to post a meme about dead immigrants or something like that, that's why I'm going to do it. Not because I care about them, because I care about hurting your feelings. Because you called me racist. So now these people are, you know? This is this is what Asmongold was talking about. And he was totally right. And it's proven by the fact that that's what people are doing now. That's what I mean, what was it? Like the AI dark humor videos and these types of things where people are just saying the most wild, horrible, racist, transgressive stuff they can possibly think of. Yeah, the reason why that's happening is because people got so butthurt when they made reasonable criticisms of policies back in the day. Is it just in the Anglosphere? I mean, the West, I can see that. I could see that as a thing. Um, like it's just in the West. I could understand that because of, different like Asian cultures and these things definitely do have a different view of history and these types of things. Um, and there is this sort of like continuity of generations and these types of things that's way more prevalent in Asian cultures than Western cultures or Eastern cultures. That's probably true. I don't know if the Anglosphere is a specific like sufferer of this and like Eastern Europe or something like that isn't. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure I see that. I do hear this a lot. I hear this a ton. So like Andrew Wilson says this a lot, where it's like, okay, yeah, this thing maybe isn't good, but he won't say that, but he will say, why is this the case? Who made it this way? The left. The left made it this way, and he's right. He is correct. The left is the reason why we now have censorship en masse, and it's kind of just the default position of everyone in any kind of position of power, or that's like going after any position of power, is that censorship is the way to go. And it's unfortunate that that's the case because there's no counterbalance of people going, no, 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 no. We need this open expression. We need freedom of expression, and we should have some people, around that say dumb stuff so that we can look at them and mock them and go, oh, these are all the people saying dumb stuff are progressives, or all of the people that are saying stuff are, evangelical Christians. We should have that so that we can see them and go, oh, they're stupid, and laugh at them and mock them and go, we're not going to agree with them because they were able to say what they thought. Now it's no, 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 no. Everyone's just looking for censorship. And the censorship they're looking for is the kind that, benefits their side. Some things should be doing that. It's kind of unfortunate that we don't have a larger side. Like instead of it right versus left, there's now like a small minority of people like, like libertarians and these types of people that are like, yeah, no, we should have that free, full expression. Now it's like, no, no, no. What do you want to censor? How much do you want to censor? It's just a sliding scale of censorship is the norm. It's good. We want to have it. We just want it to be in control of our side. I mean, that's true. That's a very fair thing, and it is why the criticism of like Destiny or just people on the left in general is more valid than the criticism of censorship on the right. It's because, well, these are the people that made it. You're the reason it exists. These other people are just taking what you did and running with it on their turf. So your criticism is more valid if it's pointed towards the left than the right. It is a legitimate fair point to be had. It really is. Obviously, I would love it if there was less censorship in general, but it's just too attractive to the people in power to be able to censor for their side. It just is. So I don't know if it's going to be fought against in real political circles. I don't know if it's going to be. I really don't. Um, I'm more optimistic that there's going to be some technological solution to this, where in which, okay, you know what, we just have like a blockchain internet. We just have like a completely crypto encrypted, totally anonymous internet that springs up, and we're going like, oh yeah, we're all doing not only VPN stuff, but we're all going through like Tor browsers, and totally 100% everything is encrypted, everything is super anonymized, everything is protected, and therefore, we have like an internet resurgence. I think that's probably the way you get out of this, is people are just so disgusted with the rampant censorship that's everywhere that they go, you know what, I guess we'll just make, internet 3.0. And, maybe that's through some, I don't know, like I'm thinking of like Shadowrun, we just have some like matrix type thing where it's like, disconnected nodes and these types of things. That'd be really cool. And I do feel like that's kind of the way you get out of this. I don't think politics is going to do it, either through, government politics or internet politics. I don't think that's how you get out of this censorship. I think it's going to be like a technical renaissance, and that's what's going to get us out of it. And I'm looking forward to that. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Good luck in all your endeavors. Farewell for now.